knees all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If he said he want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
I need money and company. No, baby. I don't know the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this fro. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. Hit him with the the crumpin'. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone send them. Opposition, move on. So I
dark shades, too much. Got the belly see them. Acting brand new like I don't see it. When I do, who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, funny folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tuck underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she modeled Abercrombie. Risk game, lucky. Up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like I'm little weak. We run like a pair of cleats. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my hands down. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already live. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. But your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's dark, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the build your story. Your life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on there. I'm on earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototypes. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac.
Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah, the mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I mean. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork. Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry, what I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto breathing heavy, little. In fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Private. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of us, if I offend you.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. get you. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm tortured. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you. All of these, my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning, ticket.
I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm envelope. And you know I'm never lacking. Gotta do without stopping traffic. Water on my paddock. In automatic. I drink water when I'm fasting. Use a hands, girl, me and I can't have it. Boy, I'm from average. Better wait your turn, better get it on.
Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another.
Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he's brought down after a good gain. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Johnson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now it's Rosen looking. Lets it go for Nelson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Rosen will throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. First carry down for Jordan Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
18.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He hits White, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
David Johnson on his way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 78 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Okay, come on. You got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Come on, gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? trying to punch it in with Howard. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Let's it go for Nelson. It's caught inside the 25. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Blue, blue, blue. 18, 18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, 18, 18, 18. Hey, 18, 18, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Trubisky will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
You see it? You see it? Lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin the drive with Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. On 2nd down, Rosen. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 57 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Gotta go.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff, Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Rosen lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Trubisky now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Lets it go, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This is Howard on second down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Gotta go.
Now Trubisky on first down. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short and shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screen.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
It looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Tighten up.
And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. He finds Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive line.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Play action here with Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rosen off the play action. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Akeem Hicks. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Lucky 56.
Rosen will throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And he puts this one home to make it a 9-point game at 24-15. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Lets it go for Nelson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Chicago 1st down. The former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Completion left side to Miller. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Throw left side, taken in by Miller. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It felt like Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears, was in the draft room with his general manager because picking up this pass catcher from Memphis, Anthony Miller, made to order for a young quarterback. A nice slot who can make plays like we just saw.
He is fun to watch. Went from being a walk-on at Memphis to completely rewriting the record books out wide. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Trubisky fighting to stay upright. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel from 10 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
No, check, Patriot! Watch him now, Barney! Over!
Rosen from his end zone on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watch him now, Barney!
Johnson running left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's got room to run past the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Here's Rosen to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Danny Trevathan. with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Onto the field now come the Bears. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good. Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today. Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense. On 1st down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss. Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Trubisky. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum. And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here. Yeah, use that as ammo going forward. Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because you're not going to want that feeling again. No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line. I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there. Now it's Trubisky, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Gun! 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 I smell fear in that offense. Gun! 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 Gun!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On first down, they run with Howard. They find some open field here. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and this and carry. That's called being in the zone.